Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and I just wanted to say hello. I felt like there for a while I was doing, a video every couple of hours, and now there hasn't been one in like a week. So I figured I would just say hello. Today I'm just going to show you an update on what we've been doing in the walk-in coop, what we've been doing in the yard, things like that. So not really anything particularly educational. So the main thing that you can see is we have the plastic sheeting has been done all the way around. If you want to look into the moving in with chickens and how to improve, how to improve your chicken coop, I did show you it's like the heaviest duty plastic sheeting that you can buy, but I was mistaken in that I thought that the roll it came in that was like 1.5 feet tall, that was the dimensions, but it wasn't. So my husband had to cut it. It was about 10 feet by 25 feet, I think. But it has been stapled. He went ahead and just did it around the outside edge. But as you can see, as my chickens dust bathe and make a total mess of the material that's in there, haha, it can't escape. So it was a very quick thing. I think honestly the most inconvenient part was, just squatting down to be able to staple it, and then of course having to cut the material. But it's about 1 foot tall and it's all the way around. It will be on the door eventually, but there's some woodwork that needs to be done on the door. So I'm still getting consistently about 1 day a week. The girls take it easy and I only get 1 or 2 eggs, but other than that I'm getting 3 or 4 every single day. A quick request, I guess, if anybody has some suggestions. Lacey, who is my silver laced Wyandotte, the one who's eating, she's still laying inconsistently. She's laying really thinly shelled eggs, and they're like broken and messy by the time I find them. It's not happening every single time, but it's still occurring, and she's pretty much over her molt. So I'm going to look into some easy ways to get her some extra calcium and make sure that she gets the extra calcium and not necessarily the other girls. But the feeder and the waterer are still working just fine. I was going to show you guys too. Let me see if I could show you without going in there. Yeah, I kind of can. Okay, so I guess I need to go in there though. What kind of video would this be? So we've done, while I'm opening this, you don't have to stare at nothing. As you can see, we've done lots of plants. Almost all of the flower beds and garden boxes that you can see in this entire backyard now have seeds in them or plants in them. I've got like hummingbird and butterfly mixed wildflowers coming up here. The garden boxes have herbs, and I'm trying to grow my own garlic for the first time. There's wildflowers in there. I'm going to do zucchini and sweet potatoes, I think, this weekend. We've bought a ton more plants. All of the feeders are up. We fixed the Martin house, and within an hour of fixing the Martin house, there were a couple of families, not necessarily of Martins, but that's okay. Yes. No. Those are the brains of the operation right here. I mean, as much as a chicken could have brains, right? Calypso, she's like, I'm telling you, she's like a velociraptor trying to figure stuff out. Hi, girls. So Lacey's the one who's got the little bit of the calcium deficiency. This is what it is. I mean, So we had already fixed the roosts and everything, and of course they are nailed down or screwed down, so they're not going to be moving. I've also got to find a solution for these wasps because I just don't like them. A lot of the nests that you see, the wasp nests, are inactive, like they're old dead nests, but I counted at least 2 or 3 in here total in the entire coop. Like that one up there in the center of your shot is active. I have set up this nesting box, and I don't know if my girls have even realized that it exists because they haven't been in there, but that's okay. They are using both of those nesting boxes, which is like, hooray. So what I came in here to show you, would you please quit complaining? No, you need to submit them in writing. Thank you. Okay, so all of the girls go up here, right, and then they can go up here, and then they can go up here, and then there's a roost bar here, and then a higher roost bar. And if you haven't seen my other videos, chickens do have a pecking order. That term comes from, like, oh, are you going to demonstrate? All right, Vanna, go on up. Show them how it's done. Come on, big girl. See, this is good that she's doing this now because it's showing me that maybe we need a remedy. Well, you're the smart one, so go figure it out. Come on. Come on, Cali bird. Chick, 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 chick. Sorry. Going a little detour here. So, the more dominant / alpha birds would be on the higher roost, and then the other ones would be on the lower roost. And the theory is that you know, the closer you are to the ground, or if you're on the ground, you're more likely to be picked off by predators in the night. So, haha, I'm the boss, so I get to, you know, be on the top level. Okay, so I don't really have to come in and lock up my girls at night anymore because there's not like an open run. Like, you know, they're completely predator-proofed. Ah, there's a wasp. They're completely predator-proofed at all times. So I just happened to come out and peek one night and see, you know, when they were going to bed and everything like that. And they weren't on the roost bars. They were up here on this beam that's like 6.5, 7 feet off the ground. Like this beam that's up by the ceiling, and all 5 of them were up there. And it was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, okay, overachievers. So I don't know if they've ever been on these bars, if they even realize they exist. I don't know how they got up there, and then they fly down to the bedding that's there and then hop out onto the ground. Yeah, Lacy bird. So I don't know what I'm going to put up there, if I'm going to put like bricks or stones or what I'm going to do so that I can deter them from doing that. I mean, it's not, I guess it's not dangerous or it's not bad. It's just I don't want them to be up there. So, yeah. But it's like Dust Bath Central over here. And I'm not giving them treats every day. But I do definitely feel guilty that they're stuck in this. I'm probably not going to let them out into the open yard because I just have so many plants and so many seeds and that kind of thing going on. And then, you know, the run that we want to build them that's going to go around, the tunnel style run, that's not going to happen until May or probably June. So I love watching chickens dust bathe. If you have never watched, it is like the most hilarious thing. Like if you look at Callie up in the top right corner of your screen, she's my alpha. Woo, girls! But they try to do like this, like seductive looking, like laying on their side, except they're a chicken. So they look really goofy. And it's hard for them to lay on their side, and as I fall off the door, it's hard for them to lay on their side, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get to one side. But they just look so ridiculous. And now you're not going to do it because you hear me talking about you. So there's lots of plants everywhere. The other coop, we haven't even thought about selling it just because we haven't had any time. But we will soon. I've got peat moss that I need to put in here. I just bought a bag. Not that I needed it necessarily, but, you know, we were talking about it in the comments of one of my other videos, and I was like, oh yeah, that stuff is soft. That stuff is nice. So I had to go to Tractor Supply anyway, so I bought a bag. It's not particularly expensive. It's basically moss skeletons, if you want to know, like the skeletons and casings of moss, basically. And it's really nice. It smells really good. It's really great for absorbing moisture, which is not an issue in this coop. I just like it because it's soft. So, but that's what's going on with us as far as an update. I'm still taking names. If you have a creative name for the coop, I do want to name it and christen it, just because that would be an excuse to, you know, open a bottle of wine. But I don't know. I mean, Chilton is a great name. Cluckingham Palace. There's, you know, there's a lot of great names. I was trying to think of something that was Game of Thrones related, but I have just been brain dead. So, I don't know. Like the Red Keep, but I don't have any red hens, so I don't know. But that's what's going on with this. The nesting box door has been replaced. The plastic is up there too, just to help that seam there to be weatherproof and waterproof, because it's April here in South Texas, so we're having crazy rains. There's that ridiculous bird. Look at her, doesn't she look deranged? Calypso. Chick. See, there she goes. She's trying to lay on her side and like get one wing up, and it just looks ridiculous. There's one leg going. Chickens are so weird. What a weirdo. See, there she goes. Oh, man. You ridiculous birds. But we're all good here. I am going to do a video. What is today? Thursday? Good Lord. I'm going to do a video probably this weekend that's going to be like, if you were going to build the perfect coop and you had, you know, whatever budget you wanted, and you could just be as ridiculous and over the top as you wanted. In other words, I'm basically going to go through this and complain about any of the design flaws, even though this thing is amazing, and just say, if I could build my own. Remember, if you haven't seen my other videos, we just moved into this. This is a rental house, y'all, that had this built-in chicken coop, which of course the realtor wasn't advertising because most people wouldn't use it, but for me it was like, yes. So we inherited this coop basically to use while we're here. And it's been really great for a lot of reasons, but there's some things about it that I just think are kind of weird, or even just like, hey, you should have a lot of ventilation options, and hey, you need to think about predator proofing when you're building it. So we're going to kind of go level by level and step by step in the next video that I want to do to show you, if you were going to build your coop, or you were going to, you know, you've bought a coop kit but you're going to do more with it, or you're going to build a run, or you're getting more chickens or whatever, and you've got some money for supplies and you've got the time, what would you do? Just as far as design, you know, the things that I've dealt with. Now, I'll tell you, you know, obviously my content is, there's a cardinal. I've had chickens for 2 years, but I've never had more than 6. So it's sort of a unique situation. It's not for somebody who has, you know, hundreds and hundreds of birds, like out on the acres, like Sound of Music style. It's for somebody who, I mean, you know, we're living in a neighborhood, obviously, like there's the neighbor right there. But still just making the space as functional, or multifunctional even, as it can be. So that's the next video that's coming up. I did recently do a video that was much requested on cutting chicken nails and cutting chicken wings. You know, if you want to be able to let your birds out and you want to make sure they can't fly over the fence or anything like that, it will keep your birds from flying higher than 2 or 3 feet, which is why I'm still leery, because I'm not sure if they could get into my garden even with clipped wings. But it's a really quick and easy way to do it. So there's other content coming, but everything is fine. We're good. I'm hoping maybe in the fall that I can get a couple more birds, because the rules say that we're allowed to have 8 here in city limits with no HOA. But I kind of want to get a feel for the neighbors first. It's a very quiet area. I put little cards in their mailboxes to say, hi, I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and I sell eggs, and my chickens are really nice, and please don't try to call the police or animal control or anything like that, because I'm allowed to have them, but I still don't want to be a jerk about it. So yeah. But so anyway, the plastic sheeting's done. Lots of planting has been done. The girls are fine. I've got to figure out what's going on with Lacey. So if you've got calcium supplements or calcium stuff that you do, let me know, because I've just kind of casually looked into it, but you know, I don't feel like her health is suffering, and it's not happening consistently. I know it's her egg that's the one that goes so. And then figuring out the weirdness to how to get them to not go all the way up there and sleep, because my birds are challenged. But anyway, I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. I do try to get back to you with comments and things like that. I love interacting with you guys. So if you've got calcium ideas, or you have chicken coop name ideas, or any questions or suggestions or anything like that, you're welcome to drop it in the comments. But here's my email address. You're welcome to email me also. I promise I always get back to everybody within a couple of hours, just because I love helping people. So I appreciate you watching. You're welcome to subscribe, and I will be back soon with some coop ideas. Thanks, guys. I told you. What are you doing, you birds? So look, roost bar, derp. Nicey bird. And that's not like an exceptionally ugly chicken, that's just Flopsy's facing the wrong way. Flopsy bird. Honey, what, oh my God. This is what I'm dealing with. Eggs aren't really that expensive at the store, right? Like, seriously, this can't be worth it.